Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync MOJO Dialer to Sierra Interactive. So all those leads and contacts you're dialing through on MOJO, you're qualifying them there, all those prospects, you can automatically have them pass through to Sierra Interactive. No problem, saves you a bunch of time, no copying, no pasting, nothing like that. Just sending those contacts through as you qualify them in MOJO so that they're ready to go in Sierra Interactive when you hop in there. It's super easy to set this up too. Let me show you how. First thing you're going to do is go to apination.com and you're going to click on Start Syncing. There you're going to see a ton of different apps, marketing apps, productivity apps. I'm going to scroll on down until I see M for MOJO Dialer. There it is right here. You could also go down to Sierra Interactive and see that. There it is. I'm going to go with that actually. Click on Sierra. And you can see all the apps I can sync with Sierra. I can sync it to Google Contacts. I can create some Google Sheets. If I'm a KW Command person, I can do that. We're doing MOJO today, so I'm going to sync it there. Click on that. And it's going to offer you the sync, MOJO Contacts to Sierra Interactive Leads. That's what we want. We want to get those contacts and leads from MOJO into Sierra so we can start following up with them in Sierra. So I'm going to activate that sync, and the next step is to sign into your API Nation account. If you don't have one, you can go ahead and create one by clicking this link here, or you can sign in, or you can sign in with Google. I'm going to go ahead and sign in with Google. Once you sign in, you're now going to connect MOJO. So you can go ahead and hit the connect button. It'll take you out to MOJO. You're just going to enter your email, password, and hit submit, and that makes the connection. Similar thing for Sierra, you're going to hit connect. It's going to ask you for the API key and a name for the connection. And the API key is going to be found under the gear icon in Sierra, under integrations, and then under the API Nation tile. And if the API Nation tile isn't there, you're going to click on the Sierra Interactive tile. Let me show you. So here we are in Sierra. You're going to go up to the gear, click on integrations right here. And then it's going to show you all these tiles for different integrations. And right here under Direct API, there will one day be an API Nation tile. And if it's there, click on it. It's going to give you the API key you need. If it's not, click on the Sierra Interactive tile instead. That's going to work also. Then you're just going to hit copy, grab that API key, go back to API Nation and paste it in there. And then the name, that can be you, your name, your company's name. It's mostly just if you're connecting multiple Sierra Interactive accounts to one API Nation account. That's what you would do. All right, just a few settings left. The first is a group filter. So you can click this drop down and it's going to show you all your MOJO Dialer groups. And if you only want to send over people from specific groups into Sierra, go ahead and select those groups here. And it's only going to look at those groups for contacts to send over. Or you can go to the top and select all, and it's going to look at all the groups. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, as the contacts are coming over from MOJO to Sierra, if they already exist in Sierra, what should we do? Should we overwrite the information in Sierra? Or you can click this box and say, don't overwrite it, just fill in the blanks. You're gonna hit subscribe, and then it's gonna take you to the sync we've created together. You can hit this button to activate it. I just wanna show you a couple more things here. First, there's all the information we put in that last page, the group filter, do not overwrite information. And then there's this general use filter. So this is if you want to filter any other field in MOJO Dialer. Maybe you only want to send over people from a certain zip code, or maybe you only want to send over people with a certain keyword in the notes. You can absolutely set up that filter here. And finally, the mapping. This is hugely important. You can see it's got a little message here that says you need to map the password. So right here is the password. And when you create a contact in Sierra, each contact needs its own password because typically those contacts are leads, and those leads can log into your website on Sierra Interactive. So make sure to create a password here. And what we recommend actually is you just put in the email address. So you have primary email coming over from MOJO. I would just search for that same field, search for email, primary email, and pop it in there. So when somebody creates an account on your website through Sierra Interactive, their login is going to be their primary email and their password is going to be their primary email. That way it's nice and memorable and also unique to each individual user. I would definitely recommend when they first sign up, as soon as they log in, you suggest they change their password just to be sure. But this way it'll work, and we know that email will come over because it's necessary in order to create the account. So we got that password set up, first name, last name, all this stuff looks good. If there's anything else you want to add, you can go ahead and type it in or search for it here. For example, for source, maybe I want to put in Mojo. For street address, maybe I want to search for street or address, property address, that looks good. And this all looks pretty good. Summary, I'm gonna go ahead and put the note in there. Priority note, great. And then I'm gonna go to the top and activate this sync. So there we go, the sync is now up, the sync is now running. Now we're gonna log into MOJO Dialer. And here we're in Mojo and we're looking at the groups. So let's say I'm working with this group, let's say it's mock data, and I'm dialing through those people, I'm prospecting, and I have a good call with somebody like Mel. So I have a great call with Mel, his contact information is up, I've made all my notes here, and then I'm just gonna hit this drop down under more and click this Send to API Nation button. And that is going to link that contact. It's going to send it over to your connected app, in this case Sierra Interactive, and it's going to link it. And that's really nice because now, from now on, any changes I make to Mel will automatically change in Sierra Interactive. I don't have to link Mel again. I don't have to hit that button under Mel again. In fact, you can see the button is now gone, but you can see the link is there, letting you know it has been linked. And if you go to history, you can see there is the information about when you linked it and what it's linked to. So there it is. If you need to send a contact over, just make sure to hop into that contact record, or while you're talking to that contact on MOJO Dialer, go up to that more and send to API Nation, and then the contact will get sent once and for good. So that's it. That's how you sync MOJO Dialer to Sierra Interactive. Super easy. It makes you super productive. Your team doesn't have to copy and paste. All they have to do is go through, dial, prospect, and then hit that button to send the contacts over to Sierra Interactive for follow-up and create those deals. If you have any questions or need any assistance setting up this sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, and we're connecting the world's applications.